bienvenidos. I am Professor Chris Davison, and I'm here to help you learn Spanish. This is one in a series of short videos that explain different concepts of Spanish grammar. The entire series of videos can be found on my website, vamostutoring.com, along with other useful information on class schedules and apps and other resources to help you on your journey to learn Spanish. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I can help you with class schedules, tutoring sessions, or all sorts of other useful information. Enjoy the video. All right, here we go with another Spanish video explaining this time present tense verbs. This time it's going to be present tense of ER and IR verbs. We've done AR verbs, and if you remember when we were doing AR verbs, these are going to work similar. We'll start with comer, the nice basic ER verb, and this is the infinitive. Again, if we remember, the infinitive in Spanish is one word ending either AR, ER, or IR. And in English, it's two words. It's always the word to eat, to run, to play, to drink, to sleep. Okay? So as we look at a typical ER verb, we're going to remember, do it the same way for regular verbs. And I guess I should put up here that these are regular, present tense. So as we look at comer, the way to conjugate it is we're going to drop the ER, and then we will have our root or our stem. And on this one, I'll put the subject pronouns again, even though they're not necessary. So to conjugate in the yo form, go ahead and repeat after me. Yo como. Tú comes. Start with the stem, add an ES. Él come. Repeat. Ella come. Usted come. And these are our singular ones. We can go over to plural. We will have nosotros. Start with our stem or our root. Add EMOS. Repeat. Nosotros comemos. Vosotros coméis. Ellos comen. Ellas comen. Ustedes comen. So our endings are O, ES, E, EMOS, E with an accent, IS, EN. So these are the endings for regular ER verbs, right? So there are lots of regular ER verbs in the language. Now you can take them. Say you take comprender, a nice useful verb, means to understand. Now we can conjugate it. We'll drop the ER, and what do we have? Comprendo. Comprendes. Comprende. So as you get the hang of how these verbs work in these conjugations, right, they're going to have different endings depending on who the subject is, who we're talking about. Comprendo, I understand. Comprendes, you understand. Comprende, he understands, she understands. You formal understand. So if you want to ask somebody if they understand, all you have to do is say, comprendes, and make it a question, and that says, do you understand? Right? Then we have comprendemos. We understand. Comprendéis. Comprenden. Right? So another good typical ER verb. And we've got lots of ER verbs. We have like beber, to drink, I'm not going to write all of them, but we'll go bebo, bebes. All right, I drink, you drink, bebe, bebemos, bebéis, beben. Okay, so now we'll take a nice typical IR verb. Okay, a regular IR verb. We can take vivir. That's a good one, means to live. Okay, so we're going to treat it like the others. We're going to drop the ending, the IR, and we're going to have our root. This time I won't bother writing the subject pronouns. Our root is going to be VIV, and here are our endings. Repeat after me. Vivo, vives, vive, vivimos, vivís, viven. Okay, so for a regular IR verb, our endings are O, ES, E, IMOS, I with an accent S, EN. So you notice something? Well, they're very similar to our ER endings, right? So these four are the same for ER and IR, right? The yo, tú, él, ella, usted, ellos, ellas, ustedes. The nosotros and vosotros are different. So like I told you, it's good to try to find a pattern to help you remember. With AR verbs, we had these A's going through all of them. With ER verbs, other than the O in the yo form, we have these E's going throughout, right? Help you remember these are ER verbs, ER verb endings. Well, with IR, you don't have I's going throughout it, but maybe you can just remember that they're conjugated similar to the ER verbs, except nosotros and vosotros, that's where you're going to find the I's. Okay, we can just grab some other common IR verbs. We have something like escribir, right, is to write. How do we do that? Drop the IR. Escribo, escribes, escribe, escribimos, right, with the IMOS. Escribís, I with an accent S. Escriben, right? So once we've done we've got the endings, then it's just easy to put them on anything you want, okay? And again, remember, these simple present tense conjugations have two ways to translate, right? We can look at escribir for I write or I am writing, right? Vivo, I live or I am living, okay? Como, I eat or I am eating. If we say comemos, what do we have? We eat or we are eating. It works for both, right? Viven, they live or they are living. Of course, viven could also be the ustedes form, so it could be you all live, or you are living. All right, so now we know AR, ER, and IR regular verbs. There aren't any more groups of verbs. Every verb, the infinitive is either AR, ER, or IR. Okay, we will have a lot of irregular verbs and some stem changing verbs, but for now, with these regular verb endings, you've got hundreds and hundreds of verbs that you can use in the language. All right? Muy bien. I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, if you have any questions, just reach out to me at vamostutoring.com. Ciao.